Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad to have you. So today we are doing your weekly tarot. This is good for the week of October 10th through the 16th. So we'll first take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see what you have here. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. What a powerful energy this is. It is the number 44, okay? So it's a master number. And fours represent building those strong foundations, taking back your power, building a strong foundation that will not rock your world in the future. Something that can help you to, having a strong foundation helps you to build something that will last you the test of time. And then we have Observer. I feel as if there's almost this energy here, Sag, of somebody perhaps watching you from afar. Like you've had this energy for some time, building something that you really love, something that will last you the test of time. I feel like there is somebody observing you, watching you. And I get the sense that they've been watching you for some time. So let's see how that energy is going to play out over this week or over the next couple of weeks. Almost a sense of, I don't have a feeling of dread with this, but it's almost as if somebody is waiting for an opportunity. It's almost like they see you working really hard from afar, right? I don't think this is somebody that you're necessarily in contact with on a daily basis. So it's somebody that is watching you from afar. They're watching all of the progress that you're making. It's almost as if they're waiting for the right moment to come in. And, whether this is kind of like an investor, somebody that's going to try to buy your business, if you've been building a business, a romantic partner from the past, it's almost this energy of they're waiting for the right opportunity. And I get a sense that you can feel this person. You can feel this person in your aura. It's very much kind of like this energy of watching your back at this time. Yeah. Okay, you're going to have a peaceful resolution with this. Okay, so this is somebody that I feel has been in your life at some point. It could be a past romantic connection, but it could be a family or a friend. It could be, a past employer. It could be a competitor if you have your own business. It's almost as if somebody that's been in your vicinity or has been in your life, or perhaps is in your life, but not like on a daily basis, right? Whatever you're doing, okay, you're over here, you're in your power, you're building something big and strong, right? And they're having this sense of loss, of lack. So once again, if you have been building a business and you're starting to see progress in your business, you're getting more clients, or the products, the services that you are putting out there are taking off. It's almost like this person has been watching you. This is a sense of competition, of lack in some type of partnership, right? It could also be a past romantic connection. You may have moved on. You're building your life. Once again, the sense of building, taking back your power from perhaps a situation or relationship that you gave your power to at one point. You've taken back your power, and this person is, your ex or, a family member or something that you've kind of separated yourself from. Does not mean that you're definitely like on a we don't talk basis, right? But it's somebody that you're no longer as close to as you used to be in the past. So it's kind of like they're watching you moving on without them. And so I feel like they are coming in. It's almost as if they're trying to trip you up is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, see, they see you as increasing in your life, and this is causing them dark thoughts. It's a sense of jealousy, of envy, of, trying to, I think they're trying to distract you from the successful path that you are on. They see you as just going down this path towards, in the distance is this big mansion, right? And I'm not saying you want a big mansion, but the mansion represents, a fulfilled life, okay? Because the house represents our own life. And so it's kind of like a very big fulfilled life. You're headed on that path. And I feel like there's just this sense that they're coming in to trip you up. So I want to get you some details here. Let's try to get you some advice about this situation. I love the fact that you are really in your power. And if you look at that card, Sag, right, that is powerful. Those green eyes are piercing forward, just kind of like, you are not going to distract me, right? You're trying to throw this, I don't know, what do you call it? It's almost like you're having to play dodgeball. They're throwing some kind of, tossing some kind of a cannonball your way. You're going to be able to dodge this. It's really about staying in your power, not allowing this person to trigger you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We have the Hierophant and we have the Fool. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is, and Sag, I don't necessarily always go to the past romantic connection, but I do feel with the Hierophant here, it is related to either a family situation or an ex-romantic figure, okay? Because this is kind of like the tradition. The traditional family that you came from, the traditional family you may have built with somebody. I think you've left that. If you haven't left it, I think you're thinking of leaving it, okay? Because this is kind of like this person, this situation has opened you up to that you have to go in this new direction. It's all about opening yourself up to choosing things, having things in your life that you truly desire. And not so much trying to please other people in your life. Now, you've had this energy for some time, Sag. That's why I feel like this is a person from the past. It's not necessarily somebody that you're with at this time that you're trying to leave. I feel as if you have already left this person and they have been kind of like, watching. This would be a person that's a little bit like a player energy, maybe is coming in trying to get a piece of the pie, or I get a sense that if nothing else, Sag, I think the message here is that this person does not want you to have the happiness, the joy, the success, the love that you are coming into, right? So it's kind of like, okay, what can I do to throw Sag off their path? And, I'm not going to say that they're necessarily, consciously, manipulatively trying to do this. It could be subconsciously, okay? So they could just be trying to see, is there any chance that I can get back with Sag? Is there any chance that I can prevent them from having the happiness that they really want? I don't feel like this is a person that really wants to come back into your life and stay in your life. The whole energy here is they're trying to trip you up. So even if they came in and was expressing their love to you and everything, I would say that it's really kind of like a player type of move, just trying to get something out of you or just to trip you up. That they just keep saying trip you up. So here you are. Look, you have the Lover's card and you have Joy's Fun. This is your present energy, right? I mean, you could be in a new relationship. You could, if nothing else, you're making choices that are good for you, because the Lover's card is the old tarot choice card. Making choices that are good for you. You're enjoying your life. You could be seeing prosperity coming into your life. No matter what, Sag, I mean, I know from doing your readings for some time now, you went through a very difficult period, and you're coming out of that period, right? You're starting to see the fruits of all the hard work that you've done. And I think this is you enjoying your life, saying, hey, this is finally things are working out in my favor. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, the Lovers again. Yeah, your hard work. Okay, so here you are. You're really making choices for yourself. For some of you, you may be in a new relationship or have a new relationship coming in. It's something that you are reassessing, perhaps even at this time. I love this energy because the Seven of Pentacles means you've been putting a lot of time and energy into the things that you really want for yourself. And it's almost as if you're reassessing it on a kind of a routinely basis. It's kind of like checking in with yourself. I love this energy. This is really powerful energy, right? Because you may have a long-term goal, but I feel like maybe weekly or monthly, you sit down with yourself and you're reassessing. Am I still on track? Am I still, what do I need to tweak in my plan here? What changes do I need to make in order to make sure I'm going to make my long-term goal? So, not only do I feel like you're passionately listening to your heart about what your heart truly desires, you're reassessing all the time how much time and energy that you're putting into this. And, are you on the right path? I really love that. And then you have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, I feel like once again, this could be a past romantic connection. Somebody coming in here, though, that I feel like maybe you were at one time, in love with or had some type of deep soulmate connection. Okay, they're bringing in the Knight of Cups. Okay, since we have the Knight of Wands here, to me, this is an energy. The Knight of Cups is not necessarily somebody. They're not coming in just with an apology. It's a little bit more than that. But I'm going to also say this is not a knight. Knights are never committed. In order to get to a committed energy, you have to have kings. So at least at the beginning, we'll see how this plays out. At least at the beginning, what you have is knight energy. This is somebody that is not totally committed. They can be the type of person with these two cards, especially together, that prey on your romantic, they can be very romantic, very attentive, very attractive, very fun to be with. They can say the right things, but it's not necessarily truthful and authentic. Now, for some of you, this could be a new person coming in that has been observing you for some time. So it could be somebody that you work with or lives in your community. They've been watching you for some time. But once again, when they come in, this is not an energy that I feel is extremely committed. If it's a new person, I don't think they're necessarily trying to trip you up. If it's a past person, I think they are. If it's a new person, it's more of this energy of wanting to kind of like ride on your coattails, okay? Which is kind of a strange message for me to get. Okay, so let's take a look at your obstacle. Look at this. You have conflict, right? This is what you are overcoming over the next week or, maybe 10 days or so. So you have the Moon card here. The divine is with you at this time. There's a conflict coming up with this person. I feel like this person is coming in. There is going to be some kind of conflict. If nothing else, it could be conflict within your own self, trying to figure out, what does this person want? Are they authentic? Do I listen to what they're saying? Your intuition with the Moon is perhaps trying to let you know there's something else going on. The Moon card means that there's secrets here. You don't know the whole story. And it could be that somebody is, from the past is coming in a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of a sob story, coming in with some kind of a sob story, trying to play to your heartstrings in some way. So let's see what we have here. King of Wands, Hierophant. Yeah, I think this is perhaps somebody that you have been married to. Okay, King of Wands is, it is kind of your energy, Sag. But I also feel like, this is somebody maybe that you were married to. A King of Wands is not a committed energy. King of Wands do not commit. They can be married, but they're not necessarily, the relationship is not their big commitment. Okay, so we have a Hierophant here, and then we have the Eight of Swords. You know, this relationship, once again, we have a Hierophant again. You know, this relationship is on your spiritual path to help open you up to being the spiritual leader that you are. Because the Hierophant is the wise one, which is you, Sag. And then the King of Wands is the spiritual leader. I feel like what you're recognizing in this instance, I feel like this person comes in to help you to realize how much you have ascended. Okay, you could be kind of doubting, am I really a spiritual leader? Do I really have spiritual gifts? Is this really my purpose? If you're thinking in those lines at all, right? It's almost as if this person can sense your doubt, okay? Interesting, they're saying, you know, like a panther hunts at night, right? Cats are very good at being very good observers and then pouncing on their prey. I get the sense that this person is getting ready to pounce on you in a way, and I don't mean necessarily physically, but emotionally in some way. This is to help you open up to the fact, okay, that you are a spiritual leader. It's to help you to see clearly how far you have progressed. I think when this person comes in, you are going to reclaim your power. You're going to stand up to this person. You know, and in that moment, you're going to see clearly just how much of a spiritual leader you are, just how much you have ascended. This is so much on your path because I feel for some reason at this time, you know, we have the Ace of Truth, the Ace of Swords on the bottom, which is you standing in your truth, seeing the clarity in this situation. You know, yeah, I feel we have the Five of Swords here. It's to come in and clear out any of the mental anguish that you have about what you have had to leave in the past. And then look, the sun is here, right? The sun comes out and shines. It's almost as if the situation, I really feel like you've been called to this reading. It's your spirit guides and angels saying to you, okay, Sag, this is coming up. Don't waver. Don't waver at all. You're going to see clearly just how far you have come, how much progress you have made. This person could come in and you're kind of like, yeah, I see you for the Knight of Wands that you are. I see you for the actions and the words that you use, but you never fulfill your promises, right? Yeah. You know, this person is so full of broken promises. And I feel like they're going to come in, they're going to give you another promise. And Sag, in that moment, it's kind of like, wait a minute. I have heard those promises so many times and they've never been fulfilled. And you're going to say to yourself, you know, I'm choosing to walk away from this broken promise one more time. Yeah, you have the Eight. Look at this. You have the Sun card twice. Okay, so you have the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that you know is not fulfilling. And I really do, I really want you to know, I think this person is going to come back. They are really coming back. They're bringing the flowers, the candy, the champagne, whatever it is that you like, Sag, they're bringing it. They're bringing it all. They have been waiting. They have been waiting. And it's kind of like, you know, a predator that can smell the prey and can tell, you know, like if an animal is wounded or something like that, the predator can smell that, can smell fear, can smell injury. I feel as if they can smell your doubt. You know, there's something maybe that triggers you before this and you start wavering a little bit and then they're coming in to pounce on you. Yeah, but you're coming through it. I mean, all you have to do, the only thing you really have to do is stand in your power and see the truth of who you are and how far you have come. Because look at your advice. This is beautiful. You have peace and you have star. It's almost as if this comes in and clears out any of that self-doubt that you have about yourself, about who you are, about being the star that you are. a beacon of light for other people, a beacon of love and light to share with the world. It's almost like you come into this great sense of peace of knowing, oh, wait a minute, I am on the right path. There is no way I can ever doubt myself or my spiritual gifts or my soul's purpose and ever again, because it's almost as if it's kind of like, okay, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. And you know what? It is. Look, you have the high priestess. I think I think that there's something better out there for you. That this, allowing this to move through your life helps to clear out any of the mental anguish and to bring in a true soulmate that is, somebody that will last the test of time. This person is not that person, right? I mean, if this is a person, okay, that has put you through a lot of anguish in the past. This is not just, sometimes we can have a dispute with a family member or even, a romantic partner. We can have arguments and disputes and heal from those, right? This is somebody, and you will know who this is, right? This is somebody that is trying to take advantage of you at this time, but that is like their game. That's what they're really good at, unfortunately. Okay. Am I afraid to be seen? Oh my gosh. So, the message I got is that you are on the brink. It's time for you to really step out and share your light with the world. And I'm not saying that you haven't been, Sag, but to a much bigger degree. It's kind of like you've been afraid to go to the next level, whatever that might mean for you, right? So it's kind of like Spirit is putting this situation onto your path, because I feel as if, once again, it's that energy of, am I really as much of a spiritual guide, as much of a wise one? Am I really a true healing light for others? It's almost as if you've kind of believed, but now it's time to go to the next level. And you're kind of scared. So the scenario they're giving me is that, remember when you were in middle school or junior high or whatever, and it's time to go to high school, right? Like when you go to middle school, where I live, it's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, right? You go in at 6th grade and you're the peon, right? And then you graduate. By the time you get to 8th grade, you think you're all cool because you're, in the seniors of the school, right? And then it's time to get to graduate. And I can say this because I used to teach 8th grade. The students were all, thought they were awesome at the beginning of the year. And then as we got closer to them having to go on to high school, so the end of the 8th grade year was coming, you could see the fear in their eyes, right? Because they were getting ready to go to the next level and they realized, oh my goodness, we're going to be the freshmen. We're going to be the newbies on the block again, right? So I feel like it's almost like that. Like you have gotten to a point where you really are in this energy of, enjoying your life. It's kind of like you're in the 8th grade, right? You've worked through 6th and 7th grade, and now you're in the 8th grade, and it's kind of like, okay, it's time for you to go on to high school, and you're kind of like, wait a minute, I'm gonna be the new kid on the block, right? And it's not that you're gonna be the new kid on the block, but you're going to the next level, and it's going to be new for you, right? You're not going to feel as experienced as, as worldly, okay, or whatever, as you have been here. So it's almost as if you're having a little self-doubt, and Spirit is bringing this in order to just show you, no, you've come farther than you think. Because I think there's almost this energy of, I don't know, am I really ready for that? Spirit's coming in and saying, yeah, put all of this to the side. And on top of that, with the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, I think that that, you know, it's kind of like you go to high school and you're going to meet your sweetheart, you know, an energy of meeting somebody new that is going to go the test of time. It's almost like you have to say no to this past person again. So now let's go to your soul truth card. Am I afraid to be seen? I think when you go to this next level, you are going to be seen more as a spiritual being, right? As a spiritual leader. And there's a little bit of anxiety, I guess, on your part. So let's see what this says. The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. And look, you have the star card here, right? You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. And I feel as if, it's almost as if you have to have this moment with this person to say that final, I don't want to say it's like the final goodbye, but it kind of is. It's kind of like shutting the door, understanding, wait a minute, you know, they're showing me like shutting, like say you're in the 8th grade, right? And you're shutting your locker door for the last time, realizing 8th grade is over and you're moving on to 9th grade, right? It's kind of that energy of you are ready to move on. And I think that this whole situation allows you to see just how much you are ready and that you are ready to graduate to the next level. Well, Sag, really interesting reading. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I really would be honored to do a reading for you, and I appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. I wish you so much love and light in this situation and in all your situations, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.